Howdy, Vestige Soul here, and I am going to do a Q&A. I found or made some questions for myself, but yeah. So let's go with the first one. Why did I decide to become a VTuber? I would think the best way to describe this is I decided I want a change in my life, and I think trying to be a VTuber would probably be like the most interesting change, because I used to not talk a lot. I still don't talk a lot, I feel like, but I feel like I talk more now, because I have to, of course. It'd be kind of awkward just playing a game and not talking in the chat, so there's that. And yeah, I want to go for a different direction from the one that I was heading to, so that's why I mostly became a VTuber. Now, what inspired my name, Vestige Soul? Well, the previous username I've used mostly involved death and stuff. Most of the time in fire, but I took out the fire bit and added the soul, and then I looked up ChatGPT for names or words that are not very common. So, and Vicious turned up and was like, wow, well, I'm going to use that. It sounds cool. So there's that. Now, why did I pick this model, a dark elf in a maid outfit, as what I was going with? So, as you guys probably know, is that this is a pre-made model, and that's the best way to start, in my opinion, if you want to start VTubing, is buying a pre-made. Only costs a bit of money instead of spending like $5,000 on the model or $2,000 or whatever price point. And I went through a lot of them, and it's like, well, I guess they don't fit me, or I just didn't find the charm in a lot of them that I wanted, and I like dark elves, and then I guess the maid part makes it interesting and sort of a play on my previous experience, I guess is probably another way to say it. So yeah, that's why I have this character design, and for future reference, I'll probably stick with similar to design to this character because I like it. So now, next question: what kind of merch would would want to release someday if I could? The obvious is t-shirts, but I think my ultimate goal is a figure, or second best thing is the acrylic stand, which ironically the maker of this model has an acrylic stand for sale, I think, on their booth page where I bought this model. So technically I could get one, but I want my own model with my own merch and stuff. So that's what I would want someday. So the next question is, what is your favorite genre of music or your go-to song? I don't really I like a lot of music, I guess, but if I had to go to a radio station and pick a genre, it'd probably be country music. I don't really have any issue with country music, unlike a lot of other people in the world, but yeah. I grew up listening to country music mostly, and I wasn't really picky on music either, so it's usually my go-to. It's just listening to country music. Next question is, if I could eat only one food for the rest of my life, what would it be? This is super easy. It would be ramen. I eat a lot of ramen anyway, but you can put anything in ramen and it'll still be good, so I would not be bored of eating ramen, for better, for worse. So that would be my go-to food. Next question is, if I could instantly learn any skill, what would it be? I think currently it'd be a choice between learning how to draw or to make 3D models correctly. Like I know how to make them, but I don't know how to texture them and a few other aspects like very good, if you know what I mean. Like I can model, it just doesn't look great. So that would be my like go-to skill if I had to pick one. Because you can always do stuff with drawing and stuff. If I already had those two skills, maybe have to write like a perfect, well, not perfect, but excellent book. Because you don't want to, there's no such thing as a perfect book. Just excellent. Now, for my first game that I ever played, for my next question. See, my grandmother had an Atari hooked up in their house, and I don't remember which game I played at that, but I'd probably say those were like my first games I played, the like Atari games. But like for real of what your first game, it'd probably be like either I think it was Pokemon. I don't know. Was it? No. It wasn't Pokemon. It was either like NASCAR and Super Smash Bros. For the N64 was probably my first game. My dad bought NASCAR along with that for when we got the N64 for the first time. So that's like first games, if you don't count the Atari. Now, the most interesting place I have visited. For myself, it might not be interesting for most people, but I have, when I lived in England, we went to, well, for a field trip, the English Historic Museum is one. And then when my grandparents lived, we went to the London Eye, which had a huge line, but I would say it's worth it seeing the whole city like that. And also the castles around England are always nice to visit. So those are probably the most interesting places I visited. Like I visited the Arch in St. Louis, and then the zoo. One of the biggest zoos that are free. It's also nice in St. Louis, but those are probably the most interesting places. So for the last question, what's a hobby that I always wanted to try? So maybe like, I would say either between like 3D sculpting figures, probably be like one of them, or learning how to play guitar. Those are like the two that playing guitar is a hobby, right? Yeah. Those would be the two that I would probably do. I don't really think I want to get into like painting Warhammer miniatures. Yeah, I don't think I want to get into that, even if I wanted to try it. So, but anyway, those are the questions. If you want to ask me more, I may make another video. I don't know. Maybe once a month, maybe. So if you leave a comment with questions, I'll probably make it into the next video. So until we meet again, see ya.